Hello there my fellow Holo Table Heroes and welcome to another Conquest counter video. You will be able to find this and all my other Conquest counters on my SWGOH Live website. If you haven't seen it yet, go and check it out. There will be a link in the description below. On there you can also find all other useful Conquest resources such as the daily plan whenever Conquest is live, so you can follow along if you want to help a little bit improve the efficiency of your Conquest run to save you some crystals and energy, as well as feeds guide, these enemies tool where you can see their speeds as well as the series of these counters, and of course their recommended data disk. So pretty much all resources you will need to conquer the Conquest in all one easy to access place. Now this one I'll be going up against Nute team here in Sector 5. Obviously Nute, this team is kind of mixed up, depending what you get it might play slightly differently, but definitely these ones with Django, as you will see, are kind of the most really annoying, because Django there, he will start off with damage immunity for 2 turns, so it's gonna be a little bit tricky. As always, just using here gone in 30 seconds data disk that relies on 2 stacks of Amplify Agony and Volatile Accelerator to do lots of damage. Then I'm using Unstable Decelerator to offset the damage, the turn meter gain from Volatile Accelerator, and then I'm using Ruthless Swiftness to gain lots of bonus turn meter for my team. Now unfortunately in this run I didn't get Vitality data disk presented to me to give extra survivability to the team, so I did use Ability Exhaust, which is kind of nice, so you can a little bit land some ability blocks as well whenever they get all those debuffs from Amplify Agony data disk applied on them. So let me show you now the first battle. As always, I always kick off this gone in 30 seconds data disk set with Luke, Han and Chewie. Obviously we'll have no issues burning through these guys, but you know, there's a bit of, you have to be a little bit careful there with Django. You can't damage him for 2 turns, and obviously you keep removing turn meter. Luke can remove turn meter, and Han as well, 3P on his basic, so you gotta be a little bit careful here. Now luckily this is Sector 5, so Django's speed is quite high, so he does eventually take those 2 turns, so you can finish him off. But maybe some of the lower there sectors where Django's speed is not that high, potentially you would just be stuck in a loop and he would never get a turn and you can never burn for him. But as you can see here, eventually we keep pushing back his turn meter, but eventually, come on Django, take a turn, come on buddy, come on, it's okay. There we go, he finally took a turn, so we can just get him out once, twice, and the battle is over. So definitely these ones with Django, you gotta be a little bit careful so you don't remove too much turn meter from him, so you can actually finish him off. That's why maybe the best Commando team here is a little bit safer, because you don't have Luke's and C-3PO's turn meter removal, just Han's, and you still benefit from Han and Chewie duo here, gaining lots of bonus turn meter because of Ruthless Swiftness disc, as well as the extra turn meter gain from Mando's leadership. So obviously dispatching the other guys is very easy, but now you just have to wait again for Django to take those 2 turns. There we go. All right, okay, yep, as you can see, it's gonna be a little bit quicker here, just because we don't have CLS and 3PO removing turn meter, just Han on his basic. So there we go. If you want to use Han and Chewie, I think like best Commando lead is safer option. Moving on, Jedi. Now Jedi obviously can work very well versus the new team, but as you will see, Django is always a wild card. If he takes somebody out, there's no revive, so maybe this isn't always a guaranteed 3-star victory, as you will see it from my battle there. Okay, so we go bonus turn trigger then from Anakin, uses Heroes Arise, which also gives turn to Luke. Luke can stun everybody because of Amplify Agony, obviously doing lots of damage, and we just keep, let's heal up a little bit, let's whittle down those B1s. Asajj there died from damage over time. Nute will obviously revive the first time he is defeated, so I'll just go ahead, smash an AoE, and again kind of here stuck behind Django there. There we go, and Django there one-shot my Revan. He's not coming back from that, so in the end it was a 2-star victory, but again, you know, a little bit different energy would be a 3-star win. Definitely Django is the tricky one here. So up next we got Separatists versus Separatists. Was Grievous lead versus Nute. Grievous obviously with the droids is very good. As soon as you know your B2 gets a turn, you can just start steamrolling these guys. But same as we know with the Han, there's a little bit of turn meter removal here, lots of turn meter gains as well for your guys, so it'll take a few seconds before you take Django out, but again, as you can see, definitely a lot less tricky than the CLS battle I did in the beginning. We got General Skywalker. Obviously, good thing about the General Skywalker, no revive, so Nute won't revive. Django, whenever you do take him out, he will not revive as well. So definitely gets here a great counter to these guys. Okay, so we took out him. Let's go ahead, booster meter, finish off Brute Alpha before he brings his body back. There we go, down he goes. So just go ahead, smack the AoE. Just going after Nute next. Remember, no revives because of gas lead, and at this point just kind of hit auto. And you know, Django can't really do much to these guys, to be honest, because of the gas there taunting. Moving on, we got Shaak Ti here with Bad Batch. This again, like Jedi, it does work, but you know, you never know who Django will nuke. Luckily there, Shaak Ti was able to survive his big hit in beginning. And then we get our plays going here, obviously all these debuffs, and we just start dishing out all these AoEs, and we should be very quickly burning through all of these enemies. Obviously Nute, he will revive. There we go, and then go in stealth. The cover that he is, but it's okay. We'll bring him back. We do have Django there still stunned, which is pretty good, so he won't be able to, you know, do any big hits. At this point now, he already lost his damage immunity, so we can go ahead, finish him once, maybe finish him second time. Wasn't quite there, but obviously he already used his big rocket head, so his basic will not do as much damage. So we go, Shaak Ti, Bad Batch, very good counter to these new guys. Another team that obviously is great in most situations is Maul with Wat Tambor. Obviously Wat puts stack on one of your guys, which triggers Frenzy on Maul. He does his AoE, then Canderous gains a bunch of bonus turn meter. He does his own AoE and gives you another turn to your Maul, and now Maul can just go to town. Obviously unload all these 5 stacks on Anguish on everybody. There we go, we'll have to take Nute again. Maybe if I would put their weapon tech over on Maul, obviously Nute would revive, so maybe that would be a better choice of tech instead of the tank tech. But anyway, this point just hit autoplay. I mean, Django can't really do a whole lot versus Maul here when you get going. Moving on, the next team got Rey with the droids. Now this is again kind of like a Jedi team I showed you. It does work, but depending on what Django will do, right? Luckily that he did go for Rey with his big rocket head, but Rey obviously starts up with foresight, so she was able to evade that. I do like to I started using IG now that I have him relic in this lineup, because when BB-8 counterattacks, then he will be called to assist and hit 2 random targets, which then will, you know, triggers all those nice data discs you have, giving lots of turn meter. Just kept there stunning Django with the basic from R2, just to make sure Django doesn't do anything silly here. And you know, we got this guy under control, eliminated Destiny, fired up, finished off Django for the second time, and this was a 3-star win in the end. But yeah, definitely Django here is a wild card. Moving on, we got Padme. Now here, as long as everybody kind of survive, you know, you will get a turn eventually, obviously when Anakin gets his bonus turn, and then Padme gets her bonus turn straight after. And from there on out, you should be able to get your plays going, but to begin with, it won't look pretty, but eventually, there we go, we did get a turn. Obviously, Ruthless Swiftness disc will do nothing for Padme, because you can't gain bonus turn meter for your guys. So definitely I'm missing vitality data discs in this latest run I had. It just never showed up, so I had to settle there for the ability exhaust one, which I guess is nice, because once you land 10 debuffs on the enemy, they do get ability blocked, so it's kind of a little bit slows them down. But yeah, the ability exhaust really works well, obviously with those caustic emissions, because then, you know, you don't even have to deal damage to them, they just permanently ability blocked. But anyway, we don't have those data discs in this latest set of Conquest. We'll see if it's back in the next one. So we go Padme as well, pulling off here a 3-star victory. Moving on, Darth Revan. Now again, it's like Jedi, you know, if your Sith Empire isn't too tanky, Django potentially could one-shot somebody. But you know, most of the time, hopefully he'll just be feared by Malak. Let's go ahead, cleanse off that extortion. Alright, there we go. Alright, we've got death mark on Nute. Let's see if we can finish him while he has death mark, so he does not revive. We can get fear, debuffs, AoEs. There we go, get shock on Django. Let's see if we can stun him with Malak. Perfect. And he lost his damage immunity, so we can just go ahead and finish him off. So you can see there my Marauder at Relic 7 barely surviving this battle. So definitely this is not probably for low gear, low lyric Sith Empire going up against new teams. Alright, we got here Darth Traya, so the Sith Triumvirate with Talon and Sith Empire Trooper. Hopefully we'll be tanky enough here at everybody Relic 5 that we... I spoke too soon, didn't I? He just nuked Relic 5 Nihilus out of the gate. Ay, Django. Because, you know, sometimes he starts off with burning, sometimes he starts off with his big rocket. In most cases, I think he starts off with burning, but in this case, he just went for a one-shot on Nihilus. Still, you know, without problem, actually, we will be able to finish these guys off quite easy. I mean, B1s, anyway, they just kill off themselves because of all those assists and everything. And now we just have to take care of Django. I did isolate him to increase his cooldowns. So we need to get him out. There we go. He died off there. Because of isolate, there were no revives for him, it looks like. There we go. 2-star win. We'll take it. They got a little bit lucky there with Django one-shotting my Nihilus. Another team, Iden, even at low gear, works well. But again, if Django one-shots her at low gear, it's very likely she's not coming back. So it's something that may happen. For this one, you will definitely need a Ruthless Swiftness data disk, so this gives you now lots of bonus turn meter when you take out the first enemy, and then you can go ahead and increase cooldowns, push back turn meter with the Magma Trooper. Obviously Nute we have to take out twice, get a taunt up. Alright, Django still got that damage immunity with him, so he will need one more turn. Let's just go ahead and do mass assist here on B1, just get him down, also kill the Saj. Okay, there we go. And there goes my Iden. So there you go. Maybe Relic Iden would have survived that. I don't know. Still able to pull off a win there in the end for a 2-star victory. Some battles here with your Galactic Legends. Obviously, Lord Vader absolutely loves Amplify Gun. You can just hit auto pretty much. And, you know, enemies can't do a whole lot. Even Django himself versus these guys, he can't do a whole lot. Obviously, you have to wait for him to lose the damage immunity, and once he does, you can just go ahead and kill him off very quickly, even getting stuns there with Royal Guard's basic and things like that. So definitely Lord Vader, great team. Another one, obviously, probably kind of all Galactic Legends. Maybe Sith Eternal Emperor will struggle a little bit just because by the time it gets its ultimate, he will lose all of its allies already. However, Luke, Rey, as well as Kenobi here and Lord Vader, they should be able to get 3-star wins versus these guys. Kylo as well, he's not good at protecting his ally Sith Eternal Emperor, so that may not work. But, you know, otherwise, pretty good. Good thing is here that insta-kill with Django on Django will work because obviously the damage immunity, you know, doesn't really stop the instant defeat from Cat. That's why obviously this makes it very easy here. You don't need to worry about Django doing silly things. And there you go, finishing off Nute for the second time. So definitely Kenobi, a great option here to use versus these Nute Separatist teams. And there you go, guys, that's all the battles I wanted to show you in today's video. Different teams, non-Galactic Legend, Galactic Legends, and anything in between, some working better than the other. I just wanted to show you the ones that kind of work but not the best, just so you can make a decision. Okay, do you want to use this or that? At least you are kind of informed that some teams aren't as well equipped to deal with Django. Now if there would be Django, there'd be like maybe somebody like Duke or something that would be a lot easier, but sometimes you have Watambor or GG, so it really depends. But I just found these ones with Django to be the trickiest to defeat for a 3-star win. Thank you for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one, but until then, have fun, enjoy your life, and may the RNG be with you, my friends.